everyone, good evening. This is Life Issue and I am going to be doing a cooking vlog today. Now this particular delicacy is one of those food that I like preparing in my house. My son loves it, everybody loves it, and it is okra soup. Now I'm going to be cooking this food the way Anambra people does it. Now you guys know I'm from Anambra, I'm a Nnewi girl, and this particular soup, my son loves it so much. I love it, but the way I cook it might be different from the way you cook it. But I always believe that the way Anambra people cook okra soup and onubo soup and ora soup is the best way to cook it. So what I want you to do is to join me on this video as I show to you how okra soup is prepared by an Anambra woman or Nnewi woman. Now please try to like my video, comment on my video, and also help me share. Now if you've not subscribed to our video, please help us subscribe, because we do our best to put out content there for you. So the only thing you can do is to support us by sharing our video. So I'm going to show you guys first the ingredient I'm going to be using to prepare this food, and then when I'm done with that, I will start the food. So come with me, let's prepare okra soup. Thank you. pot of meat. I do love my shaki and my I love having shaki, my food, and my cow leg, all those Nigerian intestine. I love having them when I'm cooking. What I want to do is to get the pot to be very dry before I start cooking, because Anambra, how we cook our okra is by frying the okra. That's what we do. So I do have my oil, which is what I'm going to be using, Nigerian oil. I'm making a soup that will last us for 2 weeks. We normally cook and we just keep it in the pot for 2 weeks. I'm making a soup that will last us for 2 weeks. So Anambra fry their oil. Yes, fry their oil. And then you let the oil to simmer a little bit. I mean, I've seen people who don't let the oil to simmer, but please, you don't want the oil to get, properly done, or you don't really want to start cooking or using a cold oil. So you let it simmer a little bit. For this soup, I'm going to be using 2 of my main spoon. I'm going to be using my wooden spoon and the other one, the iron spoon. Okay, now the oil simmer a little bit. You don't want it to bleach, you just want it to simmer a little bit, and then you pour your ogbono. Now see the way when you pour the ogbono, it should not be too hot, but it should actually show you, this foamy kind of bubbles. Yeah, now all you have to do is to be turning it. Now Anambra, just to get all the congealed parts, the stony bits, or the ones that are kind of like together, just to get them all broken. So I always use 2 type of spoon, because you really want to get this done. So you need to be stirring it. It's important you stir. And I wonder if you know why we're stirring. Why do you think we're stirring it? Remember, this is ogbono. So I put the ogbono in, which is one of the important ingredients for Anambra when we're cooking okra soup. You have to use ogbono. And then when you put it, you need to stir it for a little bit. Now remember, ogbono is drawing. You want to kind of like get it to draw. Just, you're not cooking it for a long time. It's just a little bit. Now this is Nigerian ogbono, so I expect it to be very drawy, and so I'm not really going to stir it for that much. I will stir it with the rest of the other things I'm putting. So as you put, now you have your meat stock. So the particular water that you use for your meat, right? So that's what I'm going to be putting gently and stirring. Yeah, so gently, and I keep stirring. Now it's important that you're following these 2 steps. Yeah, as you pour it, you stir. As you pour it, you stir, because you really want that ogbono. Yeah, so I'm going to pour more and I'll stir. Now you don't want to put the meat, but the meat just came out, so you're going to stir. Can you see how thick it is? So this is what you want. You want it to be drawy, so you are stirring to make it more drawy. Can you see how thick it is? Yeah, that is the ogbono. That is the ogbono. That a good ogbono will come out this way. And as you pour more water, you stir. To come to a point whereby it will be so drawy that you've gotten it. See? Can you see how it is? Yeah. Can you see how it is? Can you see? Now you can beat it, you can stir it. As long as you're not leaving it alone, keep stirring. Sorry guys, that's why sometimes cooking ogbono for me can be very stressful, because of you have to stir. Alright, so keep stirring. As you pour the amount of water that you want, you stir. As you pour the amount of water that you want, you stir. Remember, this pot of soup is only just for 2 weeks anyway. So now I'm using, if you see that the particular oven that I'm using is not the very high oven, I'm using a medium oven. I don't want it to get hot immediately. Can you see? Can you see the draw bit? I haven't finished yet. I'm still pouring water. So once you finish, when you get the amount of water that you want, you just stir. Just keep stirring. This is how we get that okra, Anambra thick okra. My mom will say, stir it. Just keep stirring it, and you can beat it if you want to. You're trying to get it to be much more drawy. Ogbono is drawy, so you want to get it. Want that when you are eating it, the thing is coming out from your hand like that's what okra is. You want it to be coming out from your hand. So you see how Anambra people do okra? Can you see that is very, very drawy? Can you see? When you start, it doesn't seem as if it was, but as you stir, I'm going to leave it here. Now the next thing I need to do is to pour my meat, and I'll still stir. Oh yeah, I have some bowls in. Now I'm going to leave this to simmer a little bit once I put my crayfish. Normally in Igbo land, you are supposed to grind the crayfish and the ogbono together, but you know how it is here. We have our ogbono separate, so I'm going to put the crayfish. Now some people will use dawa, so I'm going to get my dawa and I'm going to add it. Some people don't. Can you see how drawy it is? This is what shows you how good this soup is going to be. Now, yeah, I know I'm a good cook. You don't need to tell me. I know I am. I was born by my mother, an Nnewi woman. I mean, any Nnewi who doesn't know how to cook, you need to ask them what happened to them. So yeah. So this is my red meat. Yeah. All my meat there. Guys, I've left it for some time. I'm going to turn it now so you guys can see. Wow. You can see how dry this is. So I'm just going to let it to boil. Like when it start pumping, I'll now add my okra and my pepper. So basically this is the soup. I know somebody will say cover it, but really I don't like covering it. I don't like covering my soup. I just like it. I just like the soup to, on its own, simmer and boil by itself. Covering it is as if you're enabling it to boil as quick as you can, but you don't want that. You want it to just on its own boil, okay? But as you guys can see, the okra soup is now popping hot. Yeah, so you can see there. You can see it's simmering. So I'm going to put the it's already drawing, so you can see, as you can see, can you see my okra soup? Can you see how thick it is? So instead of you to go to Mama Put and cook, watch this video and cook this soup the way I've done it, and it will turn out very well. Yeah, see? So I'm going to put my, imagine if I add this one now. Oh my, this soup, I'm going to change the pot. No. I had to change the pot because the one I was using, I like using my no sticky pot, but this soup is a 2-week soup and it's very drawy, so it won't contain it, so I have to change it. That's fine. So this time around I'm going to cover it because I'm gonna cover it a little bit. Oh, this is not the cover. I'll cover it while I get my fish and the other things I'm using to cook ready. Alright guys, as you can see, oh my god, the smell of this soup is so beautiful. Normally I will put oh yeah, that's why I don't like using this pot. Doesn't any small thing, it will just start getting burnt. Wow, this is so lovely. And it's so thick and so, oh, that's why I love Anambra people know how to cook okra. So you see how thick it is. Can you see? Hi. And when you give your husband this kind of food, the man no go even want go see any kayamata person or any side chick. And just they call them for fun. Alright, so that's basically it. Now, because I'm putting prawn, I love putting prawn. Yeah, the babe likes prawn, so I'll put prawn. So I'm not putting any fish, like stockfish, because I'm using prawn for it. I love using prawn for my okra. And I'm not going to let this prawn cook for a long time. Right guys, the last thing I put in my okra before I put the vegetable is a raw okra, but I've chopped. I did not grind it because I want to see that green coming out, and I kind of like put it at the same time as the vegetable because I don't want it cooked. Yeah, so that's the vegetable. Now then I'm just going to cover the pot for like few minutes. So I'll cover the pot for like 2 minutes, then I'll open it and I'll stir it, and that will be the end of my soup. Now you should try to cook this soup the way I've done it. It's basically Anambra way. You can put, instead of putting the prawn, you can actually put stockfish, but I prefer putting the prawn. Like I told you guys, just a few minutes and then I'll stir it. Wow, this is a big pot of soup. Can you see? Wow. Wow. Can you see how the vegetable comes out? Yeah, I like this. I like seeing that vegetable, the color of that vegetable coming out. I love it. Now this is me preparing okra soup. The last thing I normally put is my salt. So my salt is the last thing when I cook vegetable. And I kind of like gauge what I need to put. Yeah. For a pot of soup, that's what I put. Now you can test it and see if it's okay. Now I don't. Okay. Alright, that is my pot of soup ready. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me cook this soup. I'm gonna put off the light. I don't want it to cook too much. Yeah, and that's it. Alright guys, that is my pot of soup ready. I hope you guys will enjoy watching this video. Join me next time as I prepare another Anambra soup. Thank you. God bless.